Namaste, namaste, everyone. Hey, everyone, I am Sophia Rego, the founder of Fia Soul Wisdom and an intuitive connector at Holistic Concierge. So, what is Holistic Concierge? Holistic Concierge was inspired by a journey that I went through personally looking for help and support 8 years ago. I'm going to be celebrating 8 years. And that's got me starting my business because I wanted to support. I had this information I would like to share forward. And this community helped me do that. And when I started my business, I started this small little project on the side called Holistic Concierge to bring forward different experts that I came across that are around the world because even though I had an extensive experience in the holistic world, there was only this many information that I had within me. I met my first expert was a color therapist, like she worked with color therapy. So what do is I connect healers, spiritual, different experts around the globe, creating space where aligned souls can meet, collaborate, and grow. Think of me as your personal connector. Desk, you come and you say, "Hey, Sophia, I'm looking for this person." And somehow I put like this fishnet and I'll find them for you. And if I know them, we go ahead and we work together. We meet, we collaborate. And that's how I met this beautiful soul, Sarah Davis. So, welcome, Sarah Davis, as my holistic partner in Holistic Concierge. And we are looking forward to hear all about what you do and what you share with the world.
Well, thank you. And I love being here. Thank you for having me. And before we even get started with me, I want to just share that holistic to Sophia and to her group doesn't necessarily mean uh just Eastern medicine or just something. Like the word just never comes in. It's a little bit of everybody because holistic is everything encompassing, right? If you don't consider everything, then are you really looking at it holistically? And I love that because when you start hearing about me, you're going to be like, Sarah, how do you fit in with holistic stuff, right? But I think what I do is bring a little bit of happiness to a topic that a lot of people aren't happy about. So I think happiness is part of that holistic view on life. So, yeah. So, would you want me to get started with what I was going to share, or did we want to talk about anything else
Yes,
first?
please. Go ahead.
Alrighty.
Tell us.
So,
Now, I would like, and I actually wait. I'm going to say this. We
sure.
all need different people, right?
Mhm.
And Sarah is an HR fixer. When you have a company, you need an HR person. As a spiritual person, we need people who will ground us. And I love conversations with Sarah because that's what we do. Because sometimes, even as a spiritual soul, we need to have real, down to earth conversations. And that's one of the reasons. So, yes, now I'll let you take on and tell us. Sarah, tell us about you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. So, yes, I'm Sarah. My company is Off the Beaten Path Consulting, and I help people solve their HR problems and build their managers into leaders. And when I started all of this, it was years and years and years ago. I started with writing resumes for people. And this was back before AI did it for us, right? So I started writing resumes for people. And I realized so many people worked for companies, had environments that were just, to use a millennial term, caused trauma in everyday life, right? And you shouldn't have to live in those environments. So I've made it a passion of mine to make HR environments, business environments just a little bit better. But how do I do that, right? It really is done one person at a time. Unfortunately, I wish I could do it in mass, right? Wave a wand. I love Harry Potter. Wave a wand to make it happen, but we can't, right? And so there's a few things that I offer that can help build those things one person or one company at a time. And so I am going to have you share my screen because apparently I don't have the share button. I can do the present, but there we go. Yeah, so this is my website, right? And this is my main page. And it starts with that question: are you ready to stop talking about change and actually start doing something, right? I added the word actually in there, but I should put that in there because that's usually what I say out loud. But you have to be ready for a change. You have to get your mentality into that point to be able to honestly reach out to me to have any of my services. But what does that all look like? So these are all the things that I'm hoping that it changes. Oh, look at that. Good. All right. I was just on a different screen. So these are the things that I do. I'm not going to go through all of them. Go to my website. It's gootbp.com. We will put it in the chat at some point. These are all the things I do for businesses, right? So if you're a business, definitely reach out to me and check all this out. But if you are a person, a single human, and you want to benefit from some of this stuff, I can make you into a leader, right? Either with a one-on-one session, which is my strategy table. I work with you one-on-one. We build a plan to take you from a manager to a leader, right? A lot of people are managers. They manage situations, they manage people, they do all the things, but a leader is a whole different concept mentally and in your job description. So if you want to take yourself from being a manager to a leader, reach out. But now let's talk about the fun stuff, right? I want to get into the fun stuff that I do. And that is my leadership coloring books. Okay. So I have 5 of them. They are up on your screen right now. And these coloring books are not only fun, but on the back of each coloring page is a reflection with a statement or a question or a way to become a better leader. You learn a little bit every time you color. And you have a little bit of fun at the same time. So as an individual, you can buy one of these books and do each of the pages and learn the lessons yourself. But let's say you're an HR leader or a business owner or a CEO. You can get these books for a few different reasons, but the main ones would be to hand out to new managers to show them that you actually care about their growth and you care about adding a little levity to their new role, right? We want you to be serious about your role, but we also want you to have a little fun while you're learning to do this new role. Or you could use them for educational purposes in meetings or whatever to have those breakout sessions, right? Each page could be removed. I want you to buy one book for each person. However, each book has 24 pages, so you could just buy it and use one page at a time for those breakout sessions. Smaller companies may not have the budget to buy one for everybody, and I understand that. But yeah, so a little bit of everything to build a manager into a leader is what I do for those one-on-ones and those individuals. And like I said, I have those options for businesses as a whole for me to come in and do some of these revamping things that you need for your HR cleanup and compliance and business strategy. But yeah, adding a little fun to everything hopefully makes HR a little less boring. So that's where I'm going to stop, and I'll let Sophia ask questions or force me to talk about different things.
No, I think
sure.
We're not finished there. One of the things
we're not.
I love about what you do is your blogs on Substack.
Oh, I forget about my Substack.
Come on, let's take people there. Let's give
people there. I love it.
Visuals are my thing, so definitely.
That is wonderful. Let me make sure I am sharing the right screen. Wonderful. Yes. So this is my blog. It lives in Substack. And if you search HR Fixer 42 or just HR Fixer, you could usually find it. But we'll also put that link somewhere when we share this in the comments or whatever. But this is my blog, and I talk about a variety of things around HR, around my role in HR, but also my path on how I got here. A lot of the things that I talk about is how do you get to where you want to be, whether that's in HR, whether that's an entrepreneur, whether that's just happier in life, right? You know, my most recent blog is effort is the signal most people ignore. And a lot of times we look at how successful someone got, right? Like how many, widgets did you sell? How many people were at your meeting? How many, views did you get? But we don't always give credit to the people that are doing all that behind the scenes effort to make some of that happen. Right. And those people are the unsung heroes. And I think that, just that type of a blog, those type of viewpoints are things that we need to share more often. Right.
Yes.
But yes, my
And
blog talks a little bit about all of that. As you can see, it's kind of laid out here, but there are a bunch more down here. I've been writing blogs for a hot minute now, so you can go scan back through a few of those if you'd like.
that's that realness that I love about you. And I've learned over time as a spiritual person, we need to be non spiritual too. At some point, we need the real world. We
Sure.
need someone to give us, things that, and we've, so we come from a community where we are very much on community.
Yes.
We have real conversations.
Hmm.
The one part that I think Sarah will say that I can be really non-spiritual also sometimes, not non-spiritual, but I can laugh and have conversations about any
Yeah,
topic, agree and disagree kind of conversations also, because
exactly.
and the part where I love sitting in room when Sarah's there, because she looks at me and she goes, Sophia, what are your thoughts? And I love that inclusivity of it. We have a space that we hang out as a community. We
We do.
co-work. We check in with each other, and so that's one of the things that has been a part of how I met Sarah. Is thank you to Brittany Jones. She is our person, our middle person who has got us
That connected us
to
too, for sure. Yes.
exactly. And we come to like we have sessions where we have paid sessions, we have sessions where you can actually get support. And that's something that one thing I love about Sarah, because we can really, we've learned to put saying this is what we do as businesses, right?
Hmm.
And this is what we do as a community. And so this is what I love to share with you, is the space of the people I'm around with. And we have her husband in the in the background. So that's
100%.
another even though he's never showing up, he's there. And families matter. As people, we need the support system, and Sarah has been a beautiful support system to me. So I can always jump in and, say, hey, I'm having a bad day. We need those people. We need people to go, not like, oh, do you want you want a therapy session? No, just like, okay, deal with it. Pull up your pants. Go
Right.
for it. What
I,
do you
I
need
just
to do?
I need to complain right now. I need somebody to listen. Let's not do therapy. I just need to complain, right? And what
Exactly.
I love about that. So the community that she's talking about, we actually met in a different way, but we are now in a community that a lot of people are in, that Brittany and I have built, and it is called the Keystone Network. And I'm not here to sell that. What I'm here to just mention is what you started out with. And when you started out with talking about different paths or whatever, it went into my head. I'm like, okay, so I am spiritual, but I am not religious at all. I have not found a religion that fits my spirituality. And so I am spiritual, but not religious. But we have Protestants, we have Catholics, we have Jehovah's Witness, um, we have people that practice Islam. We have, I could list and list and list the different types of spiritual people that we have that are just in the Keystone Network. Additionally, we have every level of different in political views, right? We
Yes.
have some people that are Republicans and Democrats and whatever version of that is in your country, right? And we have amazing conversations and come back the next day and just say, hey, what's up?
Yeah. And
Because amazing conversations don't have to be butting heads, right? And that to me is
Yes.
what collaboration is. When you can have those conversations and not butt heads and just be like, I see your point. I don't agree with it. Let's have coffee tomorrow, right? To me, that is amazing. And it's an amazing environment, right? So yeah, go ahead. So you're gonna say
No,
something.
I think that's the beauty of the way, and even when I say I partner with you, it comes from a place of, the diversity of it. Like, I'm based in Sweden, you're based in US. Sometimes I have to ask you what certain thing means because I have not come across
Sure.
certain terms. But that learning curve that comes through, we have people from Australia that jumps in at weird hours. You see me, you go, Sophia, why are you awake at this time? And I go, because I love hanging out with y'all.
Yeah.
So what we are creating in the space, and the spaces that I have been with, like, I even message Sarah and say, hey, let's do it. You always interview me. Now it's your time to shine. Like, you've been on this time, but let's get this going. So today was that beautiful day that I bring on the people that I love to work with, and I want you to see them. So thank you so much for coming on and sharing your beautiful side and the work that you do. And yes, she's most active on LinkedIn, so she is an
Right.
HR person. So please give her a follow. I'm going to put her details below if I haven't. I have her website in the chat. So go have a look, read up her blogs. I think she has some interesting. I personally have the drawings that I have, and I sent her a picture, and I was like a child. I told her, please don't even look at me. But it came at a perfect time. Um, even children need leadership. I think that's such a
Yes.
great book because you start the children young. I wish I had these books at my young age. So please go ahead, get her coloring books, keep an eye on her blogs, and check her out. Come hang out with us sometimes at Keystone Network and look at what we are up to. The events are on Luma. That's where they got me
Yeah.
on. So if you find me, sharing Luma is a beautiful place where you can register and get alerts on events that we are all hosting. So keep an eye out. And yes, Sarah, is there anything else that you'd like to share with the community before we head out?
No, I mean, Sophia, I could talk to you for hours. So,
Yes.
I mean, but no, there's nothing else I particularly want to share. I just want everyone to know that, my LinkedIn messaging is open. Send me a message, connect with me. That's great. If you want to learn about the Keystone Network, you can reach out to either one of us. You can, one of us or both of us can give you a tour if you want, and you can check what it's all about. But yeah, if you're looking for some place that we're like Cheers. Everyone belongs, right? I don't know if everybody knows the show Cheers, but everyone belongs. So, but yeah, that's it. I love being on here, and thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. It was such a pleasure. It's today, this is my last live. So I've had three lives today with three beautiful souls, and it's a beautiful to do it because today is the new year. It's the new astrological new year, too. And the goddess energy that we are embarking on for the next 9 days. So you're going to see more of us coming on, so keep an eye out. And Sarah, we need to do another live and talk about Keystone Network, just focusing on
Sure,
that. Let's do
I
that.
agree. Let's
So,
do it.
absolutely. Have a good evening, everyone. Good night. And if you're waking up, good morning. Take care for now. Bye.